Are you aware about how much it costs to buy an urban apartment these days? Maybe you haven't checked yet on the first line beach houses. Or why not widening your radar search to countryside lands? We can certainly say that those are different markets with different lifestyles and price risks. So, you should be wondering if property prices will rise or fall in the coming years. Today, we're diving into these essential questions and more to help you navigate the diverse and ever-changing real estate markets, whether you are in the United States or the UK or Germany or Spain. Here, high-end design meets reality.
Still dealing with the 20th century.
Across the globe, the real estate market reflects a country's history, culture and economy. In the developed world, we are dealing with the consequences of 1 century of urbanistic construction and investment policies. Spain, for instance, experienced 2 housing booms, the last one in the early 2000s, transforming both its cities and coastlines. But Spain is not alone in this. The United Kingdom saw its own housing surge in the 90s, fueled by deregulation and financialization. In the US, the 2008 housing crisis reshaped the market dramatically, while Germany, known for its cautious approach to real estate, has seen housing shortages in cities like Berlin due to high demand and strict rent control laws. In Spain, the construction boom created dense urban landscape, especially in cities like Madrid and Barcelona, while strict coastal development regulations preserve much of the country's rural areas and planned concentrated urban areas in the coastline. A similar contrast can be found in the United Kingdom and the US, where coastal areas like Brighton or Los Angeles are sought after for their unique balance of city life and natural beauty. Understanding these shifts and how they compare across different regions gives us a more holistic view of global real estate opportunities.
Let's talk numbers.
We are going to reduce the statistic field of prices to only 2 very different countries with the same currency, Germany and Spain. Maybe we could mark down some common market behaviors between them to generalize to other territories. Overall, average prices in urban centers in Germany and Spain have great fluctuations depending on the neighborhood, from 2 to 8,000 euros per square meter. These statistical prices with such a wide range, it's like they are not saying anything, right? The truth is that the enormous price variation in urban areas of the capital is a phenomenon that depends on many interconnected factors. The most important ones are infrastructure and viable transportation methods, services and shops, the quality of the buildings in the area, and the beauty and maintenance of public spaces by the city council. Of course, assuming that basics such as safety and cleanliness on the streets are already in place. Statistically, if your neighborhood fails at every of those parameters, then your house probably is one of those with lower prices, as there is few people wanting to buy there. On the contrary, if only 2 of these factors excel, let's say there are plenty of shops and the streets are beautiful like a magnet for selfies, these areas will eventually become trendy neighborhoods, with housing prices potentially reaching the highest figures we mentioned earlier. Let's move on to other types of real estate markets and see if we can find some interesting data. In less populated and rural areas, similar to Spain's countryside, prices tend to be more affordable, often in the range of 1 to 1,500 euros per square meter. Now, these figures might present opportunities for those with a low investment capacity or willing to take some risk, or assume some discomfort building or buying in rural areas? Who knows? Maybe that farmhouse that seemed far off today will become a trendy village in a few years, attracting more residents and bringing new shops, infrastructure, and services. But now let's look in a completely different direction. Let's get as close to the coast as possible. Let's talk about first-line Spain's coastal areas. In luxury coastal areas like Marbella, Costa Brava, Ibiza, and Mallorca, prices can jump to 15,000 euros per square meter, depending on proximity to the sea and exclusivity of the architecture. The truth is, not many people buy this kind of homes, but remember that the coastline of countries like Spain or the United States is vast, and I have only talked about a few hotspots in the real estate market. This means there is a lot of buildable land that could increase in value in the coming years, or even some of the high investment areas might continue to grow. So, to sum up, urban centers' prices tend to be highest in major metropolitan areas. In cities like London, New York, Munich, and Madrid, prime real estate is often priced at 4 to 10,000 euros per square meter or higher. This kind of urban areas sum up a variety of parameters that make them either professionally profitable or convenient places to live. The other side, the beachside, first-line coastal areas, especially in Spain, Marbella, Ibiza, UK, Cornwall, Brighton, and the United States, California or Florida, demand premium prices due to proximity to the sea, in a range from 6 to 15,000 euro per square meter or more in exclusive locations. And the big little market, rural areas, generally more affordable across all countries. In rural regions of Spain, Germany, and United States, prices can be as low as 1 or 1,500 euros per square meter, making countryside retreats or some business needed for large areas much more accessible.
City versus beach. Where is the better investment?
But let's get into specifics in one of the classic questions in real estate. Is it better to invest in a bustling city center or by the calming waves of the beach? This debate is as old as real estate itself. If this is helping you understand better how housing prices work, I'd be happy to see your like, so I can keep posting videos like this one. And if you subscribe and hit the bell, you will also be part of the club of early supporters who trusted this channel. If we take a close look, there are many parallels in the behavior of real estate markets in coast and cities. But what sets them apart? The big question, beyond speculation and subjective values, is what does each location offer? If we answer this question, we can uncover the real value of each place, whether it's a beach or a city, trendy or the cheapest on the market. The number one parameter is profitability for businesses and professional careers. Cities offer more job opportunities and career growth, while beach areas tend to rely on tourism and seasonal businesses, which may be lucrative but less stable. Leisure. Cities provide diverse cultural and entertainment options, while coastal areas offer relaxation and nature-focused activities like beach sports or adventure tourism. Infrastructure. Urban areas have well-established infrastructure, public transport, healthcare, utilities, whereas coastal zones can vary greatly, with some lacking essential services. And legal security. Cities tend to have clearer legal frameworks for property ownership and investment, while coastal areas sometimes face complications like land disputes or environmental restrictions. Imagine this. Money is not an issue, and you are torn between a sleek apartment in Manhattan surrounded by skyscrapers and a thriving job market, or a luxury villa in Miami Beach, where you can wake up to the ocean breeze and earn passive income from high-end vacation rentals. In Manhattan, the stability of business opportunities and top-tier infrastructure promise long-term growth, but it's a fast-paced lifestyle. Miami, on the other hand, offers more leisure, a serene waterfront, and the chance to indulge in a relaxed lifestyle with profitable but seasonal real estate opportunities. Which fits your vision of success and quality of life? If you answer this question by swapping you for the average buyer, you may end up guessing the next big trendy zone for real estate investing and, of course, the best place to spend part of your life.
Prices rising or falling?
There are many factors for the constant increase of the prices everywhere. We will properly address this deep topic in a series of incoming videos, but there are undoubtedly three main factors for the constant price increase in the market. 1. The complex urbanistic processes that slow and make it riskier to invest in new buildings and houses. And when any work is more difficult or riskier to make, it naturally increases its price. If you want to know more about the principal culprit of their scarcity, take a look at this video we published some days ago. 2. The instability of hand labor and material prices in construction. Have in mind that many construction processes endure years, adding inflation to the whole equation, making it even riskier to build. And 3. Due to those parameters and many more, and the consequent scarcity of buildings, just where they are demanded, then where the offer is scarce, the prices can only increase. Real estate markets across the globe are sensitive to external factors like interest rates, inflation, and government policies. It's essential to consider the macroeconomic factors that drive these trends. As interest rates fluctuate, so does the market. Lower interest rates seen recently in the US and Europe have fueled buying sprees, while rising inflation puts pressure on construction costs globally. Staying informed about these factors, no matter where you're buying, is crucial for making smart investment decisions. Whether you're eyeing a bustling urban property, a serene beachside retreat, or a peaceful rural home, the global real estate market offers a wealth of opportunities. From Spain's diverse regions to Germany's strict housing policies, the United Kingdom's iconic cities, and the vast United States market, each country presents its own set of challenges and rewards. The key here is understanding the dynamics of each market and how they align with your long-term goals. Thanks for watching. See the big picture and keep thinking forward.